And ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Chillin Sound Off segment of the week for the week of July 26, 2013. The Twitter shout out of the week goes to a female whose last name is pronounced the same as my first name. It's just spelled differently. Of course, I'm talking about Jessica Kinney. Kinni is how her last name is spelled. Of course, my first name is spelled Kenny. Now you get the idea. She posted an article on her Twitter account at Jessica Kinney, and the article is featured on today's edition of Chillin Sound Off, our online newspaper. And it is from the website at the website URL is haveaseatblog.com, and the article DMX Arrested for DUI again. And the TMZ link is highlighted. John Taylor of VH1 Access published this this article, I should say, and highlights the link that leads right into the TMZ that gives you info on DMX's latest arrest. DMX must have a standing reservation in jail because he was busted for DUI in South Carolina. Highway Patrol picked up DMX, whose real name is Earl Simmons, Friday, which was yesterday, at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for allegedly driving under the influence. X was in and out in the Greenfield County Detention Center pretty quickly around 4 a.m. Eastern Time, he experienced. DMX has more than a dozen of arrests under his belt, and is last busted in February of this year for driving without a license, also in South Carolina, where he lives now. And here's a fun fact. I'm reading this on the TMZ page here. DMX was not arrested at all last year in 2012. The fact that DMX can go through an entire calendar year without getting arrested, that's a miracle itself. But I gotta tell you, you hear the cliches all the time. We all make mistakes. We all do. And for the record, I am a huge fan of DMX. Very passionate, emotional, and spiritual dude. This dude is the first artist to have his first 5 albums to debut at #1. Not a whole lot of big name artists can say that with the likes of Elvis or Beatles or Rolling Stone. Not even Jay-Z, who holds the record for the most #1 albums by a solo artist, male or female. DMX was the first to have his first 5. But as a DMX fan, you're disappointed and you're not surprised. Because this dude, time and time again, it don't matter where in this country, he always finds himself in this predicament. And like the TMZ article says, he must have a standing reservation. And to give you the first sentence of the haveaseatblog.com, another celebrity who needs to get it together. It's like, what do you do if you are the court of law, if you are the judge, and this guy gets chance after chance after chance to go on with his life, with his family, and pursue his music career, and he finds the way to get in trouble? What do you do? Do you keep giving him chance after chance? Or do you put him in jail with a lengthy sentence until he figures out, hey, you keep messing up, bro, you're going to lose your freedom altogether. Your music career will go in the toilet. I'm being as objective as I can about this man because he just finds a way to get himself in trouble. You got a lot of rappers that had hard upbringings, that have had struggles growing up, DMX included, and some artists managed to stay out of trouble. Jay-Z, he had one incident, but that was back in the early 2000s. But he stayed out of trouble as far as being arrested. You got Eminem. He's had his issues with the law, but he stayed out of trouble, and he is drug-free. More power to the dude. There's hope for a lot of people. And then there's people like Earl Simmons, a.k.a. DMX. Like I said, he's an emotional, spiritual, and passionate man. He's a hardcore artist. He's no nonsense, no BS to the core. People admire him for that. You just wish this guy was passionate of staying out of trouble. But that's not the case. He wasn't arrested once in 2012. And he deserves a lot of credit for that. But hey, if you're going to give a guy credit for not going to jail for a year after the rap shit he's had, you got to be critical. Someone from his fellow rap artists in the hip-hop community and family all together needs to tell this dude this ain't gonna fly. What's it gonna take for this guy to not stay out of trouble 1 year, but stay out of trouble long term going forward? That's the question that people need to know. And this may be the most passionate, emotional, chilling sound off you're ever going to hear for a while. Usually, I discuss happy things. This time is emotional. And as a fan, I'm disappointed. You just hope that he can see the light and get himself out of trouble. Not just for a year, but for long term. And that is your Chillin Sound Off segment of the week.
Sound off, 1, 2, sound off, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.